Hi. Welcome to my live art show on Halloween. I hope everyone will join in the chat. Let me know that you're there. Love to say hi. Welcome everyone to all my art dudettes and art dudes. Peace and love. So here I am in my studio. I've got an art theme, Halloween theme going on. You see like the little spaceship up there and little bursting star. Kind of fun. Hopefully, if you have little ones, they're done with Halloween and now it's time for you to enjoy your Halloween. So pop a cork or grab your beverage of choice and join me. I'm having a little red wine tonight. I like red wines. Better than white wines, but red wines are kind of fun, depending on what they are. I like, my favorites are Malbec, but I also like Merlots, Shiraz, Pinots. They're not quite as harsh for me that like compared with a Cabernet or Zinfandel. Those are a little bit stronger, harder to drink, I think. So that's usually what I go. Behind me is my digital display here in my gallery, highlighting some of my digital paintings. And hopefully I can kind of clear up some of the confusion tonight about digital art. Basically, digital paintings and things like that, at least for my art, they are photography based. So it's like a photograph, or like, looking at an art show where there's photography. But with my process, when I edit my photographs, I am not trying to have them look like, the types of landscape photography that you see all the time. I'm trying to make them look like a painting or a drawing or something like that. So when you go to my art store and you buy a print there, it's just like buying a photograph, a print of a photograph. So, but this is a print of the digital version of the photograph that I've made look like a painting or a drawing. So that's what I do with my art. So hopefully everybody can understand that. Let's see. Anybody chatting yet? I don't see any chats yet. No, nothing yet. So anyway, say hi if you're if you're watching. Love for you to say hi. If you do stop into my gallery sometime, I usually give away these nifty little pins that say Art Dude. So those are complimentary. And what, Monty, Sebastian and Monty are here with me tonight. So, oh, Monty says hi. So anyway, the live art show, what this is for me to show some of the artwork that I have in my gallery, but these are not necessarily works that are available on my online store. I have made a landing page for tonight's event. The little streaming banner down below is the landing page, store.yourartdude.com/live-art-show. So if you go there, you'll be able to see all of the artwork that I'm going to be talking about tonight. Try to give you a little bit of a story behind what's going on with some of it and that kind of thing. So please visit the landing page, and I've already put some descriptive stories and things about what the pieces are. But I thought if I showed the actual paintings of the originals, that would give you a little bit more context of, you know, what size paintings these are. And some prints that I have on hand are available tonight. You can buy them at a discount, and I can ship them off in the next day or two and get them to you. You are, of course, always welcome to go to the online store and make a purchase of a print if you want it in a different size, because what I have on hand is that size. It's not, you know, but usually when you go to the art store, you can order print of any of these paintings, digital paintings that I've done, anywhere from like a 5x7 all the way up to, you know, 30x40, sometimes bigger, depends on the image. So you can get them any size. You can print them on paper. You can print them on metal, which I think is really cool. You can print them on canvas, so it's wrapped around just like a canvas painting. You can print them on wood, which has a nice effect. And you can print them on plexi, which has a very modern look to it. So that's kind of fun thing to do. So anyway, I guess we'll get started. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use a mobile. I kind of made a mobile dock for my laptop that I can move around, but it's not very secure. So I may have to go back to right now it's sitting in a chair. So, so hopefully that's fine. Anyway, that's what's going. Cheers. As I always have said all my adult life, encore de champagne. And that's French. It means more champagne. Who can argue with more champagne, right? That's another thing when you come to the gallery on like first Friday of every month. Lynchburg has first Fridays, and all the galleries stay open from 5 to 8. And usually have Prosecco on hand. If you'd like some, feel free to enjoy a glass of Prosecco. So anyway, the dogs are settling down, so maybe they won't bark quite so much now. So anyway, I'm going to move the camera now and see if we can use the little dock thing that I made. Hopefully it'll work. There we go. All right. Easier said than done, I think. All right. Oh, I need to get my wine. Hold on a second. There we go. Can't do this without the wine. Anyway. I'm going to put that down because that's kind of getting in my way. So some of the originals that are on the landing page, which is down below, I have on hand, and I was going to hold them up and show you what they all look like. Let me get the lighting all situated. There we go. The lighting is much better. Okay. So now you can see the artwork a little bit better. These I have samples on the walls also of some of the print options. If you do go to the online store and decide you want something in a different size and you order it, I'm always running different promotions and things like that. So there's always different kinds of discounts and discount codes. I always post that online. So if you see it on social media, like on Facebook or Instagram, you can use those coupon codes to get a discount. So anyway, let's start with, these are the samples, by the way. So this is the one that I was telling you about that can be on canvas. If you get a print like this, it's actually on canvas, ready to hang. So when you order it from the shop, it comes to you just like this, and they can go on the wall. One of my favorites, though, is the metal pieces. Oops. This is one of the prints on metal. It's aluminum. So these actually work really great in bathrooms because if something gets splashed on it, you can just clean it off really easy. So that's an option if you want some art in your bathroom. I would recommend these metal ones. These are really cool. There we go. So store.yourartdude.com. That's where you go to order it. /live art show is the landing page for tonight's show. The special prices for tonight, it'll only be good for the next 48 hours, and then the prices will be changed back to their normal pricing. That's what's happening with it. So anyway, one of the pieces that I have is this. This is the Black Dot Series canvas painting, 12 inches by 12 inches. So it's kind of a small piece. I have a series of paintings called Earth Goddess. And let me bring this a little bit closer. Watch it, Monty. Monty's getting in the way. Here we go. How's that? There. Anyway, Earth Goddess are these paintings. Kind of dark when I get close, but when I get back, you can see it in the light. So these are little 6-inch square canvases. They are ready to hang right around the sides. So these are this is what the Earth Goddess series looks like. They are five different canvas pieces. This is one of my latest paintings. It's called Banyan Trees, and it was inspired by some banyan trees in Florida. Hush, Monty. He's always got to get into the shit, doesn't he? This is one of my favorites. It's called Capital, and I painted this after the riots on January the 6th. There's a lot of color in it, but it's very dark because it was a dark occasion. This ring is a recurring motif in my artwork. I do that a lot. You saw the Black Dot series. It's kind of a variation on the ring. And this particular ring, there's also some 24 karat gold leaf applied here underneath, around the ring. So that's one of my personal favorites is the piece. Oops, stop that. There we go. And then there is the different series of paintings that are color stripes, color drips, colorful bands of color that I painted across, and then they drip down, and then I splattered some black on it. Just a fun little piece. But these are on birch panel, so it's actually wood and comes with ready to hang. But these are the different pieces. They're in different sizes. So if you read them, like this one is 5 by 7. And this one is 9 by 12. But some of them can be pretty large. This is one of the larger ones. Again, oops, sorry, it's upside down. Again, on birch panel. All of these are on birch panel. This one is 18 inches by 24 inches. Again, the drips, different colors, a lot of brush stroke, which I like, and splatters. Another series of paintings is called Ybor Cocks, and that was inspired by these chickens and roosters that kind of run wild in the streets in Ybor City, which is an area of Tampa, Florida. And I just thought they were really cool. There are 5 small paintings, little 6 by 6 inch square canvases. And then there's one larger piece. This one is 12 inches by 36 inches. Ybor Cocks is the name of these series. Now, the next one I'm going to show you has a really funny story to it. There were some friends of mine and I were going to a party one Halloween, and when we were we all met at somebody's apartment, and we were all drinking and putting on our costumes and doing makeup and all kinds of stuff like that, and just having a lot of fun. And we started asking each other, "What have you got against Big Country?" And so we did that all night long. And we'd constantly be looking at each other, go, "What have you got against Big Country? What have you got against Big Country?" So I did a painting, and on it I wrote, "What have you got against Big Country?" Very colorful piece. This one is 30 by 40 inches. Ooh. As you can see, there's a lot of color to it. Some blues and purples and magentas and orange all through it. And then what have you got against Big Country? And some black splatters on there too. So this one's kind of a big piece, 30 by 40. Not the largest, of course. My largest one is a wig store on Main Street. And I'll show you that one in a little bit later, once we start moving over in that direction. So what else have I got? Oh, here, this is a piece. Bring it a little bit closer. See if you can see it without it getting too dark, getting out of the light. But it's a small painting floated in between glass. It's from my Mayan series or pre-Columbian series that I used to do. And so I painted these glyphs, Mayan glyphs on here, and put in Spanish and in English. Usually it's some kind of biblical verse in there. And then a central image. This one happens to be fruit that's native to Central America. And it says, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few." This piece is sold as is in a frame, ready to go, ready to hang. Kind of a cool piece. I love the frame. The frame is really cool. And some of you may have noticed that my tarot series, tarot paintings, get a little bit close without it getting out of focus. This one is called The Wheel of Fortune. So I painted an entire tarot deck, 52 paintings. They were all small size like this because I wanted them to be size of basically a tarot card. And each suit then was a different color. Cups, pentacles, batons, and swords. And then the major arcana all had a mixture of the different colors. But this is one that was predominantly in yellow. The four corners have symbols on them. like the numerical number. If it's like a 10 of swords or something like that, then it'd have a Roman numeral 10. But all four corners have a symbol, and those are done in 24 karat gold leaf. So you have that one. This one is the 8 of batons. So it's in red. And I did my own interpretation of the meaning of the card in the design. So the design, it represents the meaning of the tarot card. This is one of the green ones. This one shows the 24 karat gold leaf really well. But as you can see, they are floated. The frames are a little bit scratched, but I intentionally did that and kept them that way because I thought that it lended itself to the archival feel of the paintings. So that's what that's all about. I suggest you leave it that way, but you're always free to reframe it if you want, of course. If you buy it, then it's yours. And there's one that's in blue. This one is called the 8 of Pentacles. Kind of hard to see, but anyway, that's what the size of these pieces actually look like. Now, when I first got to Virginia, some of the first paintings I did 4 paintings that are gouache, which is a water-based medium on paper. And this is the size that they are. Can you see that? But that's what size these originals are. Prints of these are available. I have some on the landing page because I happen to have some prints on hand. They are larger than the originals, but if you order it through the online store, you can get it really big if you want, for instance. But these are, I love the brush strokes in these. But there's this one. And this one. These are all matted and framed. This one. And this one. That's the 4 gouache water media on paper. The nice thing about gouache paint, it's like watercolor, but it's much more forgiving. You can actually go back in and work into it after it's dried. Watercolor, you can't do that. Once it dries, it's permanent. But with gouache, if you decide after it dries that you really don't like something, or you want to add something or blend some other colors, you can actually go back in and work into it again, which is one of the cool things about gouache. Those are those pieces. Then I have some pieces. These are photography, but they are one of a kind because they're the only ones that I have, and I no longer have the negatives, so I can't reproduce them. So once these are sold, that's it, they're gone. But I did a Gothic series with figures. This is one of the female images. So there's 2 female, 2 male in this series. Again, these frames are scratched. That was not necessarily intentional, but it does kind of give it kind of a archival feel, and they're sold as is. So, you know, you're going to get it in a scratch frame. If you don't like it, you can have it reframed. This is one of the other females. Okay. But it's a Gothic series, so the figures were photographed in some high contrast lighting, so that it would give a great light and dark play with the light hitting the figure and the shadows and everything. So that's what that is. This is another male piece, but it's two figures. Hopefully you can see the two of them. There's two male figures in this one. All the other three, they were single figures, one male or one female. Here's another one of my Mayan series. This one is on the landing page. And it's, again, fruits and vegetables with some glyphs and a design that is commonplace in Central American Mayan art. This one says, "Yet, O Lord, you are our Father. We are the clay, you are the potter. We are all the work of your hand." So it says in English and in Spanish. Work on paper, all ready to hang. Kind of a nice frame. I like these frames. And I have a series of color photos. Hard to see, but you can see a figure laying on a mattress. It was an old, dirty mattress, and there's a big stain on it. And I kind of made a play with the imagery and the stain, but I call this the Dirty Mattress series. But these are matted and framed, and these, again, are one of a kind because I don't have the negatives anymore. And so I can't reproduce this. So once they're sold, that's it. But there are three of this. It's on the landing page, three different versions. And let's see what else. Oh, this piece, yes. Ooh. All right. This piece, very colorful piece. I call this one Alpha Centauri. These are inspired by the constellations, but I'm in the process of painting the series. There's two other constellations that I'm working on. This is the first one that I finished. So this one is 20 by 24 inches. So it's not too big, but not too small. This is an oil. This one is on Belgian linen. So it's not on cotton canvas. It's actually on linen. So that's what this one is. Okay. Let's see what else. I think that's it on this section. I don't think there are any others. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to rotate the camera. Ooh, there we go. Get the cable. Now over here, oops, rolling over the cable. Stop that. I told you this is a homemade device. So, but over here is the large painting that's called Wig Store on Main. This is a big canvas. It is 48 inches by 72 inches. So it's a very, very large painting. But if I come over and stand by it, you can see just how large this painting is. Again, that's on the landing page down below. Special pricing for the next 48 hours. And then the price goes up. So now we're going to come over where we have some prints. And I'm going to try to show you some of these prints that I have on hand. Oops, there we go. Okay. And oh, and I've got these pieces on aluminum metal. Can you see that? There you go. That's neon and blue. I shot this in New Orleans. There's actually different colors of this image on the website. So there's one in orange, one in red, one in yellow, one in blue, one in purple, one in green. But this is on aluminum, all ready to hang. It's got the hang wire and everything like that. So that's sold as is. It's on the landing page down below. Then there's this one. It's a train that I changed to look like a digital painting. This piece was actually in a show at the Montgomery Museum. They did a show on trains, and so this piece was accepted in that show recently. I have this piece. Hopefully it's not too reflected, but it's a storefront. And the windows and everything are all papered over, so you can't see inside. I call it Coming Soon is the name of this piece. Again, this is on aluminum. Great piece to put in the bathroom. Has wire on it, ready to go. And the interesting thing about this, the black and white version of this was accepted into this show. It's called Vision Black and White. This was at the Black Box Gallery in Portland, Oregon. So this was in a recent show there. And I don't know if you can see it, but that's it in black and white. Called Coming Soon. If I can get a little closer. There you go. That's called Coming Soon, but that's in black and white. So that was at the Black Box Gallery in Portland, Oregon. Then I've got another aluminum piece. It's on the landing page. This, I consider this to be like my signature piece right now. And there's 6 different color versions on the website. So if you wanted to order one in red, there's one in red on the website. But I took this photograph. This is a well-known restaurant in downtown Seattle called 13 Coins. And I went in and I digitally painted back into it and drew on it and everything and made it into a digital painting. That's why I call this one a digital painting instead of photo art, because it's not just changing the photograph into something. I actually went back in and drew and painted on it. So that makes this one a digital painting. So a little bit different in terms of description, but that's what I call it. And this piece is also on the landing page. It's a payphone. This one is in yellow. It's on metal, ready to hang. Like I said, these are great pieces to put in the bathroom. But it's there's 6 different versions of this one. So if you don't like yellow of the payphone, there's one in purple and red. So you can order different colors and different sizes. But this particular piece on metal is on the landing page, special price for the next 48 hours. So you can actually buy this one, and I'll ship it out in the next day or 2. All right, now for the prints that are on the landing page. I'm gonna look at this. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Just checking the chat. I'm streaming to multiple platforms, so I have different chats. There's Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. So if you're on one of those platforms, feel free to say hi. Now, those gouache paintings I was showing you earlier, the originals, these are the prints. So these, like I said, these are larger. This is on a glossy kind of paper. And all 4 images from the gouache series are available in the online store. on the landing page in these sizes. You can, of course, go in and order them in different sizes if you want. But these particular ones, I have prints of these in the gallery, so that's why they're available on the landing page. Here's that train again. This is on paper. This is on a matte paper, not glossy. But it's that same train that was in the train show at the Montgomery Museum. Got this one. I like this one. It's very colorful. A lot of the photographs that I took, I stylized in this way in terms of digital photo art because it's inspired by Paul Cézanne, who was a famous painter. I also have this painting on matte paper. This is called Mom's Day. I did this on Mother's Day. Very colorful. Here's one that's not colorful, black and white. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the landing page. And if you look at that window up there, it says, "Look at me." I thought that was really funny. So that's why I took that photograph. Look at me. Humorous. The 13 coins. I also have that one on paper. This is a much larger print, but this is on paper. It's on matte paper, not glossy. And so that's on the landing page. I also have a version of it that's very colorful. That should be on the landing page too. But this is like purples and oranges and magentas thing. I use that same color on this one. You Need a Biscuit, which I thought was really hilarious. It's a building in New Orleans. I thought it was funny. This one is scratched a little. There's a few spots. So it's discounted, sold as is. But it's a fun little piece. Also have this of the Empire State Building. This one is done in orange, and I added an overlay to it, like a emulsion kind of effect on it. So it's got some effect spots and things on it, made it look like an antique photograph, but it's not, of course. And then some fireworks going off in the background. I don't know if you can see the fireworks. There you go. Yeah, some of the emulsion, you can see some of those spots. So that's just enough an effect that I added, because I wanted it to look like if it was an old photograph from the 1930s or 1940s, and it had some emulsion still on it and kind of got a little messy. That's why I did that. But I thought it was a cool effect. There's also this one version on the website, very colorful, of the Empire State Building. There you go. And then I have a series of digital paintings. This is the red one. And if you look real closely, you can actually see the brush strokes. See that? You can actually see the brush strokes there. Now, this is a digital painting. It's not done with real paint, but I created this as a digital image, just like a photograph. So these are sold as prints of the digital image, just like a photograph or something like that. But what I really love about this is that you can actually see all the brush strokes and everything. It's really cool. So that was the red one. This is the orange one. See all those brush strokes and drips. I love drips. Drips are cool. This is the yellow one. Again, if you get it close, you can see the brush strokes in there. Lots of fun. I do lots of these kind of digital paintings because I love playing with those brush strokes. It's just lots of fun. This has been a popular one. It's the blue one. See all the brush strokes. This one I did like a little scratched effect, like you're dragging the brush across the canvas. And all of these prints are on the landing page, which is down below. So this is the size that they are. They're not different sizes. You can order them different sizes off the website, but these prints I have on hand, already printed, ready to go. This is the purple one. Kind of fun. I love digital painting. It's just so cool. This is the green one. Get in here. See all those brush strokes. Just had so much texture. You feel like you can actually, like icing on a cake or something. It just has so much texture. Really cool. This is one of my earliest digital paintings. It's called Automation. And all the brush strokes and everything are done in like little squares. And then there's some splatters on it and everything. Very colorful. Not only am I about peace and love, but I'm also about color. I love color. That one I showed you, the neon, this is neon in blue. Again, this was photographed in New Orleans. But if you look at some of this area, it's got some greens and golds. So it's not just blue, but it's predominantly blue. And then I've got prints of the payphone, but they're all in different colors. So like this one is the red one. Again, I've gone back in and used brushes and drawn on it and made other designs. So that's what I did on all of these. And the red one. Here's the yellow one that I showed you that was on metal. This one, of course, is on paper. These are all on paper. I saw this payphone when I was walking around New York City, and I was like, wow, a real payphone. I haven't seen one of those in 20 years, I don't think. A long time. So I had to take a photo. Here it is in blue. That's what it looks like in blue. This one is in orange. These are very bright and colorful. And you still get the reflective quality of the metal of the payphone in there, which is kind of fun. This is one of my personal favorites because I just happen to like purple. Purple's a fun color. But here it is in purple. And in green. So those are all the prints that I have on hand in the gallery right now. So since I have them available, that's why they are on the landing page, which is down below. And you can buy them for the next 48 hours at those discounted prices in celebration of this wonderful holiday, Halloween. So I love Halloween. So where did I put my wine? Oops, hold on. Let me go get my wine. All right, there we go. Here come the boys. Hey, oh, watch out now. Be careful. Watch out for the cords. Here we go. Here. All right. So that's what I'm doing tonight in my studio, having some fun. Another digital painting of a train. There's lots of those on the website. There are literally hundreds of different images and probably 50 different ones of trains on the website, because I love trains. You know, Sheldon Cooper's not the only one that likes trains. I like trains too. Here's Niagara Falls, kind of made into a digital painting. So that's what I do with my photography, is I edit them like most photographers do, but I try to make them look like a painting or a drawing, which I think is a really cool effect. I'm trying to do something which is a little bit different. You know, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be known for a certain style of work. And so if you look at, I mean, a lot of times if you see a photograph and you look at it, it's hard to tell who the artist is. I mean, everybody knows Ansel Adams, famous photographer, did lots of black and whites of the national state parks, you know, Yosemite and things like that, like 100 years ago or something. I mean, he was, you know, he worked a long time ago, but he has a very distinct look to his photographs. A lot of photographers, you know, I don't know that you can really tell who took that photo if you look at their photograph. But if you look at my photographs, this one is inspired by Starry Night by Van Gogh. So there's a whole bunch of these on the website that have like blues and yellows and very obvious brush strokes and everything like that. So that's what that was inspired by Van Gogh. But I think if you go and you look at my photo art, has a very distinct style. So that's what I'm trying to go for. You know, I want it to look like something you look at it and say, oh, I know who did that. Glenn McDaniel did that. YourArtDude did that. You know, so I am YourArtDude. Remember, if you come to the gallery, you're going to get one of these pins. You put it. If you're an art dudette or an art dude, that's what you get. So, on Col de Champagne. Very nice. So yeah, so that's what's going on here tonight. I hope that you have enjoyed the show. Feel free to check out the landing page and look at the art and take advantage of the special pricing over the next couple of days before the prices go back up to their original price. But I am always running promotions and specials and with discount codes and things like that. If you're on my mailing list, you will know about all of those. Just like if you were on my mailing list, you have access to this landing page since Friday. So you were able to go in and look at them and read about them and see what the sizes are, what they look like, that kind of stuff. And send me an email and ask me questions. So, you know, always available to answer your questions and help you if you have any concerns or questions about picking something. You know, feel free to message me or email me, Glenn@YourArtDude.com. Be happy to tell you about it. And remember, on my website there is an AR feature. So if you're looking at my online store with your phone, you can look at it on the walls in your home. So you pick the artwork that you like, you pick the size, you pick the AR button, which is down towards the bottom, and you'll point it at your wall. You'll see the wall in your house with the artwork on it. And you may need to resize it because it's too small. So you have to go back in and make it bigger. But you can see what it's actually going to look like in your home. It's a really cool feature in the store, the AR feature that's in there. But like I said, always available to answer your questions about it. So thank you for joining me. Peace and love, everyone. I hope you have a great Halloween and enjoy the rest of your holiday. Oops.